What is a sign that you're unattractive? My wife is always telling me that our kids must get their good looks from me because she still has all of hers. My 5-year-old cousin once pointed to an old photo in my great-aunt's house and asked, "Is that me?" Me? Nope, that's me when I was your age. Her, you used to look just like me. Me? Yep. And when you grow up this is what you'll look like. Pointing to myself. She burst into tears and ran to her mother. Edit, yes, my cousin and I are the same gender. Thank you for the silver, it warms my ugly little heart. At my grandfather's funeral a few years back my mom asked my aunt, her sister, how she managed to have 3 absolutely gorgeous kids, while me and my brother were standing right behind her. When she found out we heard her she got flustered and almost embarrassed. My aunt was shocked, my one cousin was shocked and apologized to me later. Always knew I wasn't the belle of the ball but to hear my own mom fully admit she wishes we looked like my cousins was the cherry on top, and when I realized I really wasn't that great looking if my own mother thought that. That was an interesting day to say the least, and I'll never forget. So to answer the question, a sign you're unattractive is when your own mother wishes you looked like someone else. Edit, holy crap, I really didn't expect this post to get so much attention. Thanks to everyone who replied with support. When not even your grandmother tells you you're beautiful. When your parents say how ugly you are in private, when they're indecisive. Or their answer changes in the situation you are in. Are you in public with relatives and do they need to look good? Or are you at home and away from prying eyes? Hang out with a few little kids they'll tell you. Look at that high-waisted man, he's got feminine hips. That's the thing I'm sensitive about. I was at the beach with my 5-year-old nephew and he pointed to a lady right in front of us and said loudly out of the blue, "It's an old woman." He was so excited too. I was walking with my kids in a nearby city one time and we passed a homeless person. One of them shouted, "Look! It's a poor person. Daddy, a poor person." My coworker was teaching his daughter about different races, how some people are white and some are brown and some are black. So they're at a restaurant and she turns to him and says, "Daddy, look, there's a black person over there." So damn true. I had a 5-year-old look at me once and say, "How come you're so ugly?" That's the only time I've ever wanted to throw hands at a kid. LOL, of course, I just quietly wept instead. It broke me, yo. LOL. They'll be honest for sure but sometimes their beauty standards are whack. Could be as accurate as a compliment from granny. I had a professor in college who was morbidly obese, his own words, and would constantly make jokes in classes about it. No one laughed and his Rate My Professor page was filled with warnings about how uncomfortable this was. I still feel bad for the dude. I mean it could be funny once, if the OCAS sign is appropriate, but all the time. I made a joke about being ugly at work once, and the lady I was talking to got extremely defensive. LOL. What? Who said that? Who made you feel ugly? Who told you the truth? Jesus Christ, Anna, it was just a joke. But thanks for letting me know you agree. If you hear looks don't matter or similar addressed to you. Babies don't stare at you and kids tell you that you are ugly. Babies cry when they look at me or they look uncomfortable, so I guess it means I'm ugly. I was once told by a doctor that babies stare at what they find pretty. That doctor was hitting on you. How would a baby even become a doctor? The math doesn't add up here. If you grew up as that kid that people would say their friend liked as an embarrassing joke, the idea of you having a partner is a running joke in your circle, relatives and overly nice people are your only source of compliments, and the difference in treatment, whether it's being left out or patronized. This happened to me so much in school, so and so likes you, will you go out with such and such, and it was always a joke. My mom keeps asking if I'm sure I'm straight and it's nothing to be ashamed of if you're gay, Evie Alex. Most of my family assumed I was gay because I never had a girlfriend, I just have a low self-esteem and don't really care to do the whole dating thing, so I never bothered. But at one point I think my mom brought it up and said, "You know, if you are gay we will all still love and support you," and it threw me off because I was so confused. Then she started to talk about childhood shit I did that made her think I might be gay. Examples, from the ages of 5 to 10, whenever I would visit my female cousin we would play with her dolls. Well, what the fuck else am I going to do for 4+ hours? And one time at a family gathering I was drinking juice and my cousin told me to put on her bra as a joke with my aunts also there, so I put it on cause it was funny to me and struck a pose. Those are the only 2 examples I have ever been told. Yup, when I was younger, I found out from a friend that a group of girls played kiss, marry, kill, and I was usually kill. Once in middle school when I overheard some girls saying, "Would you like to marry blank?" Then when it got to me they all unanimously said no in a microsecond. The idea of you having a partner is a running joke in your circle. Not exactly the same, but I remember telling the members in my old band that I was going to start exercising, and they laughed at me. I left, for unrelated reasons, that band a short while later. I'm still chubby, but I'm damn sure I'm in better shape than all of them. When someone says you're unattractive and the other person next to you says don't be rude instead of no he's attractive.